Hello lords and ladies and welcome back to Ultimatia's Courtyard, where we are going to be tackling Omega Weapon today. Now I have got my junctions already set up. Important that you've got death protection on your status defense for everyone, and then auto haste, double strength and HP plus 40 on Squall and Zell. Renoa also max health, but auto protect, auto haste, auto shell. Very important that you've got max health here for taking on Omega Weapon. Now I'm just going to chuck this to triple speed here while we run off. Now you'll notice there is another one, another icon in my corner there with the gunblade there. That is just no encounter, so I don't have to chew on swapping junctions around. I just didn't fancy having to stand in front of Omega and like, I do this, swap it to an encounter none on this team, and then swap it back to the other team, and then change Squall's junction layout when I can just do this instead. This is what the remaster brought to us, so this is what I'm going to use. So we find the exact place we have to stand here to pull this bell. There it is. A little tug on the bell there, and we get a 60-second countdown. A lot can happen in 60 seconds, so we need to be prepared. I'm saying 60 seconds, it's 48 seconds by the time you actually get a chance to move. So let's switch over to the Skull Party. Now, this team here is the one I'm using for Omega, obviously. Renoa and Zell. I mean, Renoa is interchangeable with anybody. Zell is interchangeable with Irvin. But, there we go. I was just saying, what part of his crotch do I have to talk to here? Jesus. And now, we fight Omega. More ultimate than ultimate. So, Zell is going to cast a Meltdown on Omega. Squall is going to cast triple on Renoa, and Renoa is going to cast double on herself. Because Omega's opening move is always death, level 5 death. Death? Was I say death level 5? Yeah, level 5 death. Which with instant death protection we don't have to worry about. Obviously it does have some naughty physical attacks there as well. Now we find our aura spells, wherever they may be. There they are, on Squall and Zell. I'm actually going to have Zell take a minute here to heal Squall as well. We do want to keep everybody topped up with max health, to the point where I am debating triple and regen on everyone, to be honest. Now auto shell on obviously Renoa can cause problems as well. Obviously trying to heal her can become a little bit more tricky. And here comes Meteor. Have I lost aura already? I can't believe I've lost my aura already. That didn't last very long, did it? Alright then, Zell. Where's your aura spells at? Aura on yourself. Squall. Aura on yourself. While Renoa gets us all into tip of topper. This is where this could go all Pete Tong very quickly here, because I've lost the auras. Very, very important that I keep them and stay at full health. Very important. If you're not at full health, Omega will kill you. There we go. Renoa's going to survive regardless, so we're all good now. As long as Renoa survives, we're laughing. Duel. Renzakugan. After the duel, I will heal Squall. For some reason, my D-pad didn't work there, so I've just lost loads of damage there. Fantabby-dozy. Renoa, single Curaga on Squall, please. Thank you. I don't think I've ever had aura run out that quick, to be fair. Now Omega does have a set attack pattern, and this is one of the attacks we were waiting for here, and honestly I am just going to Mega Elixir. Megiddo Flame will always deal 9,998 damage. No more, no less. You need 9,999 health to survive Megiddo Flame. which is why Renoa still has the item command as well. And the defend command I'll go over when we actually use it. But the item command is the important one for after Megiddo Flame, so I can just quick Mega Elixir on everybody, get that pop, get everyone back up. As the minute Omega decides to use a physical attack, we die. Now, our aim here is to kill Omega before he gets a chance to use his big attack twice. That is our goal. That's all we're aiming for here. This is Gravija. This is 75. This deals 75% of your max health. And I really want to heal Renoa, but at the same time, I know for a fact I'm not going to heal Renoa. So I am quite literally about to use that defend command there. Now, like I say, Omega's not difficult. He does have a set attack pattern. He'll always start with level 5 death, and it's always Meteor, Megiddo Flame, Gravija, Terror Break, Ultimate, Light Pillar. But he will chuck random physical attacks in between. They're what can catch you out if you're not using Holy Walls, which I'm not, and Renoa is going to defend. And Renoa is just going to stay on defend there. I'm not using a single other attack for Renoa. So you can defend Lionheart, Rough Divide. We need 9 Lionhearts from the Rift to kill Omega Weapon. So Renoa defending, if I don't input any other commands for Renoa, she stays, well, defending. Oh, we got a 9-second punch rush. This can deal some damage. Here we go, we're cooking now. We're cooking with gas, boys, we're cooking with gas. Let's do it. I mean, 15 seconds would have been even better. My controller working perfectly would be even better as well, because my inputs would be so much faster. But what can you do? What can you do? Now this is why I use Zell. I'm a lot more comfortable with Zell's Armageddon Fist than I am Urban Shot. But if you're more comfortable with Urban Shot, especially his fast shot or his AP shot, because that's mostly what you're going to be using here, then absolutely go for Urban instead. I really like Armageddon Fist. What can I say? I got down to, like, you know, what, if your controller works, half a second inputs. I should have Renoa defend again, I think. 7, 8. Lionheart, there we go. As you can see, Renoa's still defending there. She's still got her arms crossed saying no. Which means Renoa will be impervious to Omega's attacks. Defend command, doesn't matter what hits you, you take no damage. You defend, you are defending. That is from the Brothers GF, I believe. Our first Lionheart, we need a few more of those now. Boink. And this is why we have Renoa on defend, right? So this attack here, this is Terror Break. This is 16 hits of damage and they hurt. I mean they hurt. But as you can see, Renoa takes 0 damage because of defend. And thanks to double, I can immediately full life, Skull and Zell. And with Auto Shell, I should survive the Ultima as well. I just need to get the revive off before Light Pillar. Light Pillar is an instant kill to one character. Well, it's not an instant kill, it deals 9,999 damage regardless of anything, so, you know, it's near enough an instant kill. Near enough. Zell can Mega Elixir there. Thrall can Aura himself. And she can single Aura Zell. There we go. Beautiful. There we go. Back up and at it like nothing ever happened. And this is going to be the pattern, because now he's used Ultimate. His next one is Light Pillar, and then he loops back. There was attack patterns. Here's Light Pillar here. Who's he going for? Not Renoa would be nice. Obviously Renoa. Thanks. Thanks, game. The one I wanted not to be hit by Light Pillar has been hit by Light Pillar. Any of the other two would have been absolutely fine, but the fact that I've got to rebuff Renoa I mean, I might just save the two and just triple on Renoa, to be fair, rather than double. I mean, you can have Renoa joining on the damage if you want. If you get really lucky, you might get a, you know, Wishing Star or an Invincible Moon, I suppose. But I'm taking enough RNG with Squall's finisher as it is without needing any more RNG. So now that he's used Light Pillar, though, he will loop back to, I can't remember if it starts level 5 Death or Meteor. I think he just loops back to Meteor, to be honest. Duel. Renoa, you can get triple on yourself. So Squall's supposed to do the majority of the damage here, but in my case it is Zell. It's always Zell. I use Squall as a secondary healer, because, I mean, the damage from Zell's Beat Rush, Punch Rush, whatever you want to call it, I think it's just called Beat, to be fair, from his Beat, is a lot more consistent with Armageddon Fist than hoping and praying on a Lionheart. It's 9 Lionhearts from Squall to kill Omega. Omega has 1 million health. Now obviously it's going to take a few more punch rushes than that, because Zell's not dealing as much damage, but he is dealing the damage more consistently than Squall is. So I ain't getting an attack in 0.6 seconds. No, I'm not that fast. Where's me triples? Where's me triples? Oh, there they are. Let's see where the hell's my triples. And there comes his Meteor. And a Renzoku in there, and Zell can Mega Elixir. I know what I just said there, but Squall's limit came up before Zell's did, so now he's done Meteor. His next attack without a physical attack in the break is Megiddo Flame. Like I said, this is all Omega is. It is just, he loops his attacks. Once you got the pattern down, it's really simple. So it just takes a while, as you can probably tell. I don't know how long I've been in this fight for, to be honest with you, at this point in time. I mean, I could look over at OBS, 12 minutes. I mean, I reckon we've done a fair bit of damage still in there, given the time limit. Mega Elixir! So yeah, very important. Mega Elixir. I should have had another Mega Elixir there, to be fair. I like to keep Renoa on standby as well, though, really. For, just in case, you know. Even though I know after Megiddo Flame, his next attack is Gravija. So I'm not really as worried. Oh, we get a 12-second punch rush because he was at a high crisis level when we popped the ult. He was at 1 health with Aura. That's a crisis level 3 or 4. We get 12 minutes of Armageddon Fist. 12 minutes? I wish we got 12 minutes of Armageddon Fist. 12 seconds, sorry. 12 seconds of Armageddon Fist. Which might not look like a lot of damage, but when you add it up, it certainly starts getting up there. Now obviously if you've invested high in your luck, nearly all of these hits from Zell here, or Irvin if that's who you're using, would be dealing crits. Whereas I obviously haven't. If you hadn't noticed or if I hadn't mentioned it, this is a save file that I don't actually use, or I didn't use I should say, where I've got 0 stat investment in anybody outside of what their junctions are giving them. Everyone's at a flatline 0, which is really nice, to be honest. It's always nice to have a flatline 0. And I am doing this Holy Wallers. I do want to show off a Holy Wall run against Omega, which I might do after this. But I also want to do it with the fully invested 255 in everything team, because I think that could be really fun. But I don't know. I haven't quite decided yet. Haven't quite decided. I might do it. And chuck it on the idea I was going to do multiple Omegas. I do want to do. Obviously, I just thought I'd do the first one. First one, obviously, it had to be with the base. You know, no stat increases. You can Mega Elixir this time. You can Renzoku. And yes, Shell does cut damage, as you've noticed there, from Gravija. It doesn't do anywhere near 75% of Renoa's health. And there you have it. That is Omega Weapon. And I'll be honest with you, that was pretty much all on Zell. That was Omega Weapon's 1 million health. You only have to tank 1 Terror Break with the Defend command. It's 100% doable. Even after that, he killed Renoa. We still managed to get back on our feet, and we still put Omega in the ground. Omega's not a bad fight. He's challenging, but he's not too challenging. And for doing it, we get expend 3 to 1. And I'm pretty sure if we go to the tutorial, is it information? Yeah, information down there. We get the proof of Omega. Congratulations, you defeated the world's strongest monster Omega weapon in Ultimecia's castle. You are the finest fighter in the world. And that's it. Just to go over again, you see, the only thing I've got maxed is HP for all 3 and strength for Squad and Zell, and even that, as you can see there, is through the strength junctions, just to show HP here as well. It's through the HP junctions. And yeah, that is, or was, Omega Weapon. So, hey. What we'll do now is, I think, how long would it take us to kill Omega with that other team? Yeah, well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to meet you back here with the max luck team. Right, the max stats team, where everybody's 255 in absolutely everything. So I also want to do it with the team that I've just beat the game with. Whether them ones are going to be like this one was, where it's, you know, as I'm talking, as I'm playing, or whether I'm, you know, recording it and then doing the talk post is a completely different thing that I haven't 100% decided on yet. But I know for a fact I have bare minimum 2 more that I want to show you with the other ones, and one of them is going to be a triple attack team setup using Irvine, Zell, and Squall. No Renoa. I'm not going to be praying for anything weird. I am going to abuse an item. Definitely going to abuse an item doing it once I get set up. But so yeah, so I'll be coming back with this team here that's still at the Kashkabal Desert, and this team here. I mean, yeah, fair enough, right? It's the same save file that I've used here. I used Hein to strip away all my status increases, whereas I've kept them on save file 2. Just so I could, you know, if you didn't want to spend, you know, countless hours maxing your stats, I wanted to show you, you know, Omega can still be beat. It is still 100% doable. So yeah, I'll get the other ones taken care of, and yeah, I'll meet you in the next Omega fight, or the next status screen before the Omega fight. So yeah, be right back. Alright, so we're back here with, well, the second half of the Omega fight that I'd said I'd bring. So what I've done is, this one here is actually with the team with 255 in everything. And I did this one just to mostly show that, you know, you can fully limit lock Omega, you know, Final Fantasy VIII version of stun lock, and if you can get your speed high enough. Now obviously I went full DPS team here with Zell, Irvin and Squall, just to rack up as much damage as I can, just get the kill as quick as possible. But there is another one after this. There is a third one. Apologies for coughing there. I did actually kill Omega Weapon, what, 6 or 7 times I think it was, trying to get, you know, not a perfect one, but I wanted to end it on a nice one, you know, with this being the last Final Fantasy VIII video that I will be posting. For quite some time probably, actually, unless anything news discovered or found, or possibly might do the Ragnarok mod in the future, you know, a little difficulty challenge, but why not? Now this fight goes exactly the same as the one before I did, just without the use of the defend command, I aim to kill Omega here before I can even use my Gale Flame. I think apart from level 5 death and Meteor from the triple attacks, I don't actually think he does anything else apart from his few random attacks. You can see, having max luck, all of Irvin's shots are critting, Zell's duels are critting. Like, it does help. I should have settled it up. I'm running at the end junction wise for this after the fight. But just a quick go over, obviously. Zell's got counter on, which you just noticed because he counter attacked Omega there. And Irvin and Squall I gave initiative because I really had nothing else for the third slots. Yeah, the third slots, the 4 slots. Auto haste, auto protect, auto shell. Looks giving everyone near perfect evasion, so they're not getting hit anywhere at max low. They've got max speed, they're critting like crazy. As long as you remember to keep chucking out limits rather than just regularly attacking like I just did with Irvine there, you'll be absolutely fine. Now you don't need max hit for this, you don't need max strength. All you need to do this one here is max speed. The only reason I like doing it with max luck is I've got more chance to kill them before auto wears off and I don't have to lose the turn of limits. So that's when things can really go peak top at that point. Now, like I say, this one and the one that's after, this is just there. These are just fun killings. You know, these aren't, you know, serious to go by, die type of things. The first one I've done, absolutely no stat increases, using strength bonuses, although here's the defend command. That is quicker than maxing your stats to take them out this way. It really is. The same as before, obviously I've got the no encounters on the top left corner there just because I just didn't want to have to swap skulls junctions around with somebody else for Diablos to have no encounters, and with the remaster giving us that ability, I was like, why not? I do apologise for the noise from Irvin's shots, it irritates me as well. The fact that it's just right. Not like Skull's any better there, or Zell I suppose, but again I do believe this is another carry by Zell. I think all my Omegas are carried by Zell, to be honest with you. Zell just does absolute nutty putty damage. I mean, his Armageddon fist is just so stupidly strong. If he actually hit the inputs like I didn't there. We'll pretend that never happened. So yeah, with this being the end of the year, and obviously, you know, Omega being there, being the final thing that I chose to do. Not that it'll be happening this way. Normally, most games, I mean, 9 will be no super bosses before the end. No, 9 will be all the super bosses before the end. Same as 5, 6. 10 will be after. I think this is probably one of the only ones apart from 10 where I tend to do the same super boss till after I finish the story. Oh, here comes his Meteor. How much damage is Omega going to do? It's 255 spirit with auto shell. This is going to sound extremely irritating as it's landing. Of course it is. I mean, look at that. Look at that. The most damage he took there was 61 points of damage on Zell, which is absolutely insane, to be honest with you. But that's just the power of maxing stats and having auto shell, really. I still took an elixir there, just be on the safe side, you know. If I got unlucky and drawn limits and me all ran off in the Megiddo Flame, I would have lost, everybody would have died there. You cannot protect against the Megiddo Flame. So I was like, well, better safe than sorry, let's look after our time there. Now obviously, if there's anything that I haven't shown off with yet that anybody thinks I should, feel free to let us know. I'm pretty sure, apart from, you know, all of Zell's finishing moves and a couple of selfies limits, I don't think I've missed anything to end. Honestly, the end is just really RNG dependent. I could be there forever trying to get that, but there is a, look at his chips. Omega kills. I think the next one, technically from the point in time I start actually doing damage quicker, I just let Omega get us down to 1 health with the hero flame first. Yeah, like I say, this is the end of obviously 8. I do have some other series in mind that's going to start coming out soon. Possibly Final Fantasy 2. I want to do 7 new threat at some point. Like I say, like I mentioned, Ragnarok for 8 is something I'm very interested in doing. But with the exception of Final Fantasy 2, none of them other ones are going to be coming next. I'm actually going to be playing a completely different game next. Another game from deep in my childhood that I absolutely adored. I apologise for me scrolling through the item command there. When I was recording this, I didn't realise that when I put my controller down to sort something out, I didn't realise that I'd jammed the thumbstick at the same time. But my apologies for that, my apologies. So yeah, this right here, right, this third battle here, I showcased the use of Holy Wars against Omega. And how, if, you know, I'm not in the latest. I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, if you use the Holy War, you never really beat Omega, right? If you need to use the Holy War, use the Holy War. The Holy War can save you if you hit a pickup. You hit a snag, Omega kills somebody, you know, you're worried you're not going to be able to get back on your feet. Pop the Holy War, take a minute, take a breather, and fix the problem, right? No, they're in the game to use for a reason, and I don't say this is any reason not to use them if you need it. Now I use it here because I want to demonstrate everyone's limited to a high crisis level. And Zell's 12-second duels. Although I was very late on getting that first input in there. Very late, I noticed. Probably I lost out on about 20,000 damage there. 20,000 to 30,000 damage, if not more. But, you know, we don't min-max here. I'm not fussy. Yeah, no, like I was saying, this is the end of the year. I have got other series that I want to do with the games. Not all of them are going to be RPG focused. I also hope the mic quality is alright here. I've been having a few issues with me mic settings, especially in post here in DaVinci. I've had a few issues with my mic not actually picking my voice up properly or picking it up too much. So I'm hoping it's sorted here. Fingers crossed there. Fingers crossed. Now, let us see. Not everything I'm going to do is going to be RPGs or JRPGs or things like that. You know, there is some other ones I want to do. I mean, the next two I'm planning on doing, I want to do together are both RPGs. Most of them I want to get two out the way. I know nobody cares about things like Final Fantasy 1. Nobody cares about Final Fantasy 1. Nobody cares about Final Fantasy 2. But I want to do them just so they're there in case we get to the point where, you know, anybody's struggling or they want to do it and I can say, oh look, I'm gonna go over, bam, I don't have to worry about it there. And as you saw there, I got 59 shots off there with Irvine, thanks to his crisis level, slowing down how fast the bar actually ticks down. Which is pretty cool. Pretty nice, pretty nice. Yeah, hopefully we're going to start the next season tomorrow. If I'll be completely honest, I'm hoping to get it out tomorrow at some point. I know, well, not get it out tomorrow, but get it recorded and ready to get out. Either tomorrow or the day after. But, oh well, technically be today or tomorrow as of this video going up. As of me recording this video, I mean, it's half 1 in the morning. What am I doing? I'm going to be up in 6.5 hours. But who needs sleep, eh? Who needs sleep? People be dead, man. Yep. I should state what I was looking for here with Zell was what I spent most of my Omega fights looking for. I was actually trying to get a finish on Omega by using Final Heaven. Unfortunately, I got really close, but it just didn't happen this time, and every other time I was killing Omega without actually getting the Final Heaven off. I was just doing too much damage. I think I killed him 3 or 4 times with Meteor Barrier. Meteor Barrier? Yeah, Meteor Barrier, or Meteor Barrier, however you want to pronounce, however it's pronounced. But, as you can see here, these Holy Wars plus Crisis level 1 is absolutely dishing out so much damage on a maxed out team. That if this is what you wanted to do just for your regular kill, then absolutely go for it. Absolutely go for it. There's no harm in it. And it does just make it, like I say, it makes it a little easier. It takes a little bit of pressure off it. You can't be damaged. Not like this team cares, because Omega's not getting any attacks anyway. We're too fast. Too fast for him, man. Too fast. But now that this video is, you know, drawing to a close and Final Fantasy 8 is finally coming to an end. Not so far, I don't think it was as long as 7, to be honest with you. I'm pretty sure I've speed ranked through this. Well, I've speed ranked through it, but the episodes in the story seem to have gone a lot quicker than I was expecting them to compared to how long 7 took us. But yeah, stay tuned for what's coming next. Got some really good classic games coming out. Alright, I've just enough shots there to get the kill. But as always, we're coming to an end here. Hopefully you've enjoyed this one. The absolute trouncing of Omega. Hopefully my mic's not too bad. I do apologise for this. I tend not to do a lot of commentary in this post-commentary sort of situation, but I'm hoping I'm going to fix it before I have to do this again. But as always, you know, thanks for watching. And this is Daddy Gladdy signing out. Stay safe.